Hello everyone, this is Arpit Jain here and welcome to Civil Learners. I hope you all are doing well. So from today onwards, we will start learning about economics. What is economics? What is economy? And what is the difference between these two terms? Why we call the today's global society in the different phenomena? Why we call America a capitalistic society? Why we call China a socialistic society? Why we call Russia a socialistic society? Why we call India a mixed economy? Why we do have a different wars like the trade war, why the USA used about the economical sanctions, why we are talking about United Nations, why we are talking about IMF, why we are talking about central banks, why do we think about World Trade Organization, and what are these things, what are the tariff barriers in the today's society, and why do we think about economy in every term and in every phenomena where we are going to function of any political system. The first thing is that we go for the memorandum of understanding, memorandum of agreement, any kind of agreement about agriculture, about the goods, about services, and why we do have a diasporas in different global countries. Why we talk about the USA as the highest diaspora of India belongs to USA. Why we have been diluted towards USA and different European countries. So the thing is that without economy, the political system cannot function. The thing is that the economy is totally towards the consumption. It is towards the representation of the people. As we call about into today's society, what is as India functions toward a democracy, as we simply call it a rule of people. So we cannot hinder like the situation that the economy is also the representation of the people, but what term? In the consumption term, in the utilization term, in the demand term, in the supply term. And why we are going to different countries, why we are having a $1 equal to 70 rupees. This is all the phenomena which work toward economics. The economy is not a just term about a market. It is not just a term about WTO. It is not just a term about a central banks. It is not just a term about the foreign direct investment. It is not just about FPIs. And more there are different organizations which totally function about the economics. So why we have been dwelled in the today's society as what is economics, and why we are going through like what the economy is. The economy of USA is major good, we should go towards like a diaspora in different countries, we should work there. Why we do not? The youth of today's India or any country are trying to go to the different countries for the education maybe, or for a functioning of our own individualistic utilization, for the consumption of any market. Why we have a different dreams, like I want to buy Lamborghini, and why I cannot buy in India? It is the major term. Like the Lamborghini price of in any country which has been sold out, like likewise in USA we go through $4 lakh, and this is the same price in India is 4 crore. Why this has been a great devastation difference in India. The before the colonial period, the economy of India used to be the 26% of the global world. Understand that, the 26% of the global world. And why this has been the great devastation after? Why the European markets and why the capitalistic market which we call about the North America, Central America, why we call about the South America, why this has been the greatest phenomena in today's world? Why the USA has been the greatest challenge to the world? Why the China is talking towards the balancing approach toward the USA? These are all the phenomena working what in economy. So let's talk about how the economy has been arranged and how this economy has been originated from this situation. So let's talk about the economy, the basic term of economy which the Greek used to be called. Likewise, what is that term? Oikonomy. What is that? Oikonomy. Oikonomy defines me belongs to the management. Oiko belongs to the people, the consumption. Okay, so why we are talking about economy? Economy used to see about the managing of any household. It is not just about a managing of any country. When you manage any individual, you can bring a great stability in any kind of family. Family makes any kind of village. Village makes the different states. And state makes any political system, or maybe the administration. Okay, so as we talk about the individual, as we talk about family, as we talk about village, as we talk about state or the political administration, so why we are going through the individual? Because individual is the core functioning of any economy. Individual is the major bird who call about a consumption of any kind of goods and services. So let's think about the individual. I think you all may be purchasing about the different kinds of goods in the different kinds of markets. You may be going to the village markets, you may be going to the goods and services. I think there are many more people who may be teaching likewise me, and many more who may be talking towards a business class, maybe talking about the public service, and maybe talking about the different kinds of aim just to have a good consumption and just to have a great individualization. So the thing is that the economy talk toward a consumption, and maybe the majorly if we call about in the hedonistic view. So let's talk about hedonistic. What is hedonistic? Hedonistic is majorly a Latin term. When we bring into the English language, it has a core devised and really the narrowest meaning in English. The hedonistic meaning is just a happiness. It is only the happiness which brings towards the stability of any system. Any system meaning the political system. What is political system? Political system is a state. What is political system? The political system is a state, and when we are talking about happiness, happiness is just towards bringing the highest utility of any goods and any services which can bring the happiness in any kind of people, any kind of individual, and which can bring a good stability in any kind of society. Because the thing is that why we really talk about economics, the thing is that we do have different civil wars. We do have a caste devastation. Likewise, just go through the historical world. Likewise, we used to have the Varna system where the Brahmins was the first caste, then Kshatriya, then Vaishya, then Shudra. And majorly the Shudras have belonged to the laterally around the 300 AD, but 380. But when we talk about just these three caste system which has been majorly talked about in any kind of economical system, that is Brahmins. The Brahmins used to wear a high phenomena about every individual must belong to Brahmins and they must care about Brahmins. And I think the richest class used to belong to the historical world was Brahmins. Then the Kshatriya used to belong to the protectionary class, and the Vaishya used to trade. The Vaishyas were just the phenomena about trading and just to bring a good consumption. Why the good consumption? Just to feed the Brahmins, just to live in the society with the highest standard living. And that's why we just call about a Brahmins the greatest and the greatest people. So what is economy? Economy may have different terms. Economy may have the different phenomena. Even we cannot pair this all the what we can say the pulse into the one chain, because the every political system defines economy in maybe the different term. Likewise, economy has been originated from the words of Adam Smith. Adam Smith book, I hope you have learned about Adam Smith. An inquiry into the nature and the wealth of nation. An inquiry into the nature and the wealth of nation. Why he has talked about inquiry into the nature. Wealth of nation. So let's understand. I think you all, must have not read about the Adam Smith book. So I think I will try to make you understand in this 10 words. What is the real meaning of Adam Smith book? Inquiry into the nature means we need to talk about a nature. What is nature? What is nature? A country without a state, an economy without a state, which has no phenomena of hand overing of any kind of political system, where there are no policies, there are only the natural laws. The survival of fittest, I think you must have heard about the Darwin's theory, survival of fittest. The person who have a greatest potential, I think he would be surviving in this economical world. So the Darwin's theory belongs to this Adam Smith book. I think somewhere the Darwin's theory belongs to the biological world, but somewhere it has a great impact on the Adam Smith inquiry into the nature and the wealth of nation. So we have understood about the nature. What is inquiry into the nature, which is belong to the natural laws. But why we are talking about the wealth of nation? The wealth of nation which is really brought by just the natural laws. Just by the natural laws, not by anything, just by natural law, not by any kind of policy of any political system, not by the mercantilistic society, just by nature. And what is really nature? What is really nature? Nature is just about how the aims, how the objectives of different individuals have been gathered in this society, and why do have different aims, why do have a different objectives, and why we used to belong to earliest time. The most first civilization was in IVC, Indus Valley civilization, used to belong to the theocracy class. The theocracy used to belong the people who used to have a wide money, the broadest money in the sense. So they used to belong to the theocracy class, the mercantilistic class, which has later been immersed into the mercantilistic class in the Western society. So the people who used to have the greatest money used to function the different kind of economies. Even though in India there were so many empires in different times belonging to IVC, to the laterly the colonial period, and the last, I think we must have talked about the different princely states of totally India. When the India got independent, there were around 540 approximately. There was 540 which has been gathered in any kind of book, but there are so many excuses about the different kinds of empires that there were 540 ever. But talking about likewise, the people who belongs to MP must have taught about the Sindhya, the kingdom of Sindhya, and so the mother of Sindhya who established the Sindhya kingdom. So even today there are the greatest empire. The people, there are so many people who used to belong to the different kinds of kingdom. So the economy is totally about utility, consumption. And why we bring consumption? Because consumption brings demand and supply. Why we are talking about hedonistic? Because the thing is that why we work in any kind of economy? Just to have a greatest satisfaction and greatest happiness. So the total talking about economy is just about a happiness, and maybe the consumption, maybe the representation of people. So let's talk about the French phenomena. When the French emerged in around the 16th century, they have brought the economical term. They used to call economy a politique economy. And why they used to call a politique economy? Because the economy is only the key which can function any kind of political system. So the thing is that without economy, we cannot move towards a political system. If we are talking about a central bank, if we are talking about any IMF, if we are talking about WTO, there are the only organization which talk about the individualistic consumption, how the demand has emerged in any kind of economy and how the supply has been towards the production. So these are the things which we needed to focus. But the thing is that without individual, without the rational view, without your reason, without your courage, without your business class, without your own phenomena of different kinds of individuals, even though the teacher or maybe a child have different kinds of phenomena of utilization. So they think about how this economy should function. So these all the things which we have talked about economy, as I told you, these all the things, the consumption, utility, the stability and the happiness, these all the things are really needed to focus on economy. And behind this perspective, behind this broader sense, we will talk about all the major things in the next video. So thank you so much and nice meeting. I hope you are doing well. Thank you.